We finally figured out what the sun hat and the sunburn resistance does in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's pretty nice. And we talk about a future mercenary that is also connected to the sun hat. What Bruno, the live content director, had to say about the sun hat during my recent interview, and way more. So let's get into it. It would of course be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support, and let's go. First up, a quick reminder that I'm doing a giveaway for the Lawgiver pack that was recently released. Follow the link in the pinned comment for a chance to win. Be sure you are a subscriber of the channel before you enter. And if you already participated like way back when I started the giveaway, then it will still be smart to check out the link because I added a new entry, and the more entries you do, the more chance you have that you will win. Good luck, I will reach out to the winner early next week. Let's continue with the subject of this video, the sun hat, one of the biggest mysteries of Odyssey, kind of similar to the Jackal's Gaze from Origins. Although that legendary bow that first appeared as a reward from a level 15 quest was the best bow in the game and was supposed to be a loot for the final Trial of the Gods challenge. So the final max level battle from Origins. With the sun hat though, it was never really clear what it did. The first time we saw the item was when the visual customization feature launched and when it showcased like all the possible headgear that you can get in Odyssey, including the sun hat. So I started making a video about it and people were wondering how to get the hat as well, and then Ubisoft also started to look into it according to Bruno and then brought it into the game. At one point it namely suddenly showed up at the blacksmith like out of nowhere as a common, rare or epic item. But then later it disappeared again and people that did buy it noticed a change. The item that they bought was suddenly called Talia's overprotective hat instead of just sun hat. And then the sunburn resistance showed up in the engraving window. Now a few months later the sun hat is back at the blacksmith with the sunburn resistance perk on it that at first glance doesn't really do a lot, but it can actually do some awesome stuff. Bruno also noted in the interview that it had a purpose, the sunburn resistance. He just did not want to spoil it and wanted us to find it out. Well, I guess we did. Then Benson reached out to me on Twitter at JorRaptor with his theory saying that with the hat on you only take 1% damage while on fire and that the fire disappears in 3 seconds. Well, that is not the case for me. I reached out to him and hoped that he can maybe share some gameplay of how this is working in his game, because for me, after toying around with this perk again, I found some other interesting things. You namely burn way slower. Here you see me burn without the sun hat and the sunburn resistance perk. It goes pretty rapidly, while if I then put the sun hat on and stand on the same fire, then you actually see my health bar go down way slower. And it actually looks like you lose the fire at one point and then burn again because you still stand still on this bonfire. So yes, it works when you have the sun hat equipped, but also when you just have the sunburn resistance perk on any other headgear in the game. So you don't need to wear this sun hat. You can of course also put it over any other item in the visual customization window. I put the engraving from the sun hat on the crown from the Helios pack that has the extra damage when on fire set bonus, and that in combination with the sunburn resistance is a game changer. Now you can simply stand on any fire and have yourself burn, but as long as you do damage and have the damage dealt restored as health, mastery level or engraving, you will simply stay alive, unless the enemies do some crazy ranged attacks. But yeah, overall you can benefit from that set bonus without having to worry about the negatives. It also helps that this set has the 20% elemental resistance on 3 items, because that in combination with the sunburn resistance really makes it so that you don't have to worry about the fire. And the perk from the bow from the Helios set also becomes way better now, even if you don't have the armor from the Helios pack. It gives you adrenaline back after a parry, but you then also catch fire. Well, with the sunburn resistance, it's something you should not really worry about. Especially if you just keep attacking the enemy, get your health back, so you don't really lose anything from the fire damage. Also cool to use this perk in combination with the bare-chested and oil item that was also recently added. You get a ton of extra damage when you are covered in oil, but if you then use fire, everything of course will burn. Well, with the sunburn resistance, you should not really worry about that, because it doesn't really do a lot of damage. It also works for the lava. I walked into the lava in the Argas area and was burning pretty fast without the sunburn resistance perk, but with the sun hat on, it goes way slower, giving you way more time to walk over the lava if that is what you want. Although I did find out that by just doing a quick roll over the lava, it will make you untouchable. Something you can, by the way, do with every armor from the looks of it. I also tried it with the Decastis armor set from the third episode of the Atlantis DLC, of course. And I also did not get the burning damage with the long roll. Also cool is that the set bonus from the Decastis set will also trigger when you walk over the lava. So then, when this set bonus is active, you can just walk over the lava without taking any damage. And the same effect of course triggers with the Ares Lost Breath when walking over the Argas area. But yeah, there are not a lot of lava areas in the game where you could really benefit from not getting hit. But it's also pretty fun that the sunburn resistance applies to this too. Tom Chamberlain reached out in the comments saying that the sunburn resistance might actually protect us against the beam from the Izu soldiers, but I tried it and it's sadly not the case. I take the same amount of damage with or without the sun hat, but it was a good theory for sure. I think it's just the slower burning speed making you way better resist against fire. I'll totally wait and see if Dan responds and maybe he has another effect, or if you got another effect after toying around with the sunburn resistance perk from the legendary sun hat. Then totally let me know, of course, in the comments down below. A funny thing is that Bruno noted that there will be a sun hat mercenary coming to the game. Maybe as soon as August 6th, that's what I wrote down in my script. And yes, while making this video, the epic mercenary event for Odyssey appeared in the event section on the PS4. And it does indeed confirm that during the next weekly reset, so on August 6th, we will get a Talia the Talon Hand with a sun hat. Seems like your regular mercenary, as we had mercenaries with sun hats in the game before. And according to the description of the event page, we get a special weapon from this mercenary. So sadly not the sun hat, missed opportunity in my opinion. Or maybe this event page is not correct. Either way, I can also see why Ubisoft would not do that, because they just want you to buy the legendary variant at the blacksmith. So that's the only way you can get it at this point. I already mentioned it in previous videos, but what you want to do is just visit every blacksmith in the game and then check their inventory at the buy section. And if the sun hat is not there, you quickly want to close the window and quickly try the buy section again, because sometimes the blacksmith gets new items if you quickly close the window and then check it again. And then after a few tries, it should show up at the blacksmith. It seems like though that people that already bought the sun hat when it was still called the sun hat, so a few months back, are running into some issues. Some reports that it simply does not show up at the blacksmith after searching for a very long time. And a lot of other people noted in the comments of one of my recent videos that if you already have a non-legendary version of the sun hat and then find the legendary variant at the blacksmith, that this happens. You buy it and then the item turns into an epic version without the sunburn resistance perk. We see the footage here from Ninja Sword who uploaded it, and Hunter Walls brought this to my attention in the comments of a recent video. So hopefully Ubisoft will look at this, because now people that got the sun hat earlier are being paralyzed, and that should obviously not be the case. So that seems to be the mystery of the overprotective sun hat. It actually has a pretty nice use, but we can all agree that the look is a true standout, especially compared to the other Odyssey gear that you can get. There are still some other unsolved mysteries in the game though that I want to touch on in a other video with some info that I got from Bruno too. So totally subscribe for way more on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. A like on this video would be super appreciated. And now let's check in on Sargon and open some Olympian gifts to get all the Helix Store items before the end of the life cycle. Sargon, I see why you don't need the sun hat. You're in the shadow all the time. Okay. I got you. Let's see what we got. No, 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 no. We don't want a Greek reflex bow. We want something legendary. Come on! The Serpent Fang. Not bad, not bad. You're safe. Yeah, you can wave, you can wave. You're safe for now. Of course, subscribe for everything Odyssey. Oh, there's a mercenary coming. Like the video to support the channel. Let's quickly show you what I got. I want to do that as well. Looks pretty awesome, looks pretty awesome. I want to do that for every item I now get. Oh, area not available. No, 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 no. Okay, check out my previous video on the Lawgiver set and an item you totally want to get in the weekly reset this week. And I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.